getting in shape will pretty much help your, I guess you say your dating life, or if you want to get married, then it will definitely help. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think a lot of teenagers or a lot of young people that exercise, they will exercise because they want to attract someone from the opposite gender, right? When I started exercising, obviously my confidence was a big one because I felt insecure in like just my being really scrawny and really skinny. But obviously I wanted to be more attractive to, to find someone I can marry. That's I think that's just natural. So obviously it'll increase your dating chances, or just your overall, just yeah, just your dating pool. And for me, it was because currently I'm 28, going to 29. I would say from the age of 23 or 24, that's when my, like, I always took my fitness seriously, but that's when I really understood how to get my body to where I want it to be. So that's when my body started to change, and then obviously my confidence started to get improve. And that's, obviously, and another thing too is your body does start to develop at that time as well, to where, where it's like kind of not its prime, but like it starts to develop more into like an adult. So that's kind of what I felt the most attractive, and that's what I was. That's what I definitely was more into, like the, like seeking stage, or I'm a Muslim, so marriage is like is what we do. So that's kind of like when I started to see my prospects open. Like I started to get more potentials. Then before that, people don't didn't look my way. I can't say they didn't look my way, but it was a lot more difficult to attract someone. And that's, in your early 20s, you're finding your way. You don't have anything with you, like you haven't built anything yet. But as you get older, you start to build, especially as a man. That I'm speaking as a man, right? So obviously that changed. Obviously I'm married now, so that's a whole different story now. But same thing. I think being if I getting married now, it makes it obviously looks makes it's a big factor. It is a big thing. It increases your confidence as well, especially whether you're a man or a woman. Like especially if you're a woman too. Like taking your health seriously is very important. The reality is, men also are also very visual, so it's a normal thing. But sometimes I think traditionally we tend to like think that, oh, life just goes on, and we kind of neglect our health. And then what happens is, because we neglect our health, it's like we just kind of live on this. No, I don't want to say average. Like I don't want to say average, but the way that things are approached is like when you don't take care of yourself. Sometimes it's like people will ask, "Oh, like I'm not attracting the sort of person that I want." But the reality is, are you that person? Like, have you gone to that point where you've attracted that type of person? And a lot of times the answer is no. So the biggest thing I would say is just take care of your health. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. I always say this, like you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be like 10% body fat. I usually say like maybe if 10 to 12 or 50, I mean 10 to 12 I would say is a nice type. 13 is okay too. But yeah, focus on just take care of your health, and as a result you'll feel better. And when you feel better, and for me, one of the biggest things is like when I first started exercising, I didn't just start exercising just like that. It also like kind of came in from my family. My dad exercised when I was younger, when I was a kid. So because he exercised when I was a kid, I I did, like, it just kind of like came into me. I was so used to seeing him like just leave the house to go to the gym, that it kind of, I guess, naturally, I think it kind of brought something inside me as well to start going to the gym. My brother goes to the gym. My I have other siblings that are also exercising as well. So it kind of became a thing. And not only for and I think I'll make another video on this actually. not only for your dating chances or just your potential spouse, also for your kids as well. It's super, super important to show that you're like as an example, because when people see you doing it, it can kind of motivate them to do it, because it's like, if this person's gonna do it, I can do it too, especially if you're local. So that's what I would say. It's definitely going to increase your chances of finding a potential spouse, and it's normal. I think, I mean, we can say looks is this, looks is that, but looks is quite, it's an important aspect of life as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. This video was a little bit like, I don't want to say all over the place, but it's a little more like vague. But I think the reason why I say this is because when I was in my early 20s or even my late teens, I did not see the pool of options until I was like 23, 24. And that's kind of like when I started to figure out how to really like, that's when I started to like feel comfortable with my own self, my own skin. So that's kind of what I would say. I would definitely say it does increase your chances, your dating chances, or your whatever it may be. So, anyways, let me know. Let me know your perspective on it. If it's helped you in terms of like just who you attract. Maybe you're not in the best shape right now. If you are married, let me know your thoughts. It's not, obviously not everyone. It's not like everyone's gonna be doing this. Like, I think for me, I think it's just a standard for myself. I think that's kind of what it is. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to stay authentic. Peace.